How's it going, everybody? I hope everyone's having a good day. Today we're going to be playing a funny game. If you know what Dead by Daylight is, I've played it here on the channel before. Dead by Daylight is a game where you and friends or just some random people try to survive from a killer who is also being played by another person. The same people who made that game made a alternate version of the game where it's a dating simulator and you are trying to date one of the other killers from the game, and it's pretty funny. So that's what we're going to be playing today. I will be going live, and I'll be switching screens in just a moment. My day was pretty good, actually. How about you? That's a whole mood. Before we get started, what shall we call you? Just good old Xerox. Turn of events? No, I've not been told about any turn of events. You went to Chili's? Man, I love you some Chili's. I haven't had them in a while, though. Sounds like an all around good day. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat, as if you'd nearly drowned. Chili's does sound yummy. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from, or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow, really went down with the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Alright, yeah. Make sure to dip me. I will be glad to hear. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Xyrox. May I continue? Please, go on. Okay then, as I was... As I was saying... You look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water proceeds back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Oh. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit, a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other... Ugh. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Kind of want to see if there's more to the body. You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. Oh, that's gross. There's no body, just the head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaws fall open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. So we have a golden coin. You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, and so you deposit it. Why, that's a nice coin you've got there. What if you were to spend it right now? Why not? Well, hello there. I'm Dwight. And I'm Claudette. We'll take that. Claudette quickly relieves you of your gold coin and tosses it to Dwight, who bites down on it like an old-timey prospector before handing it back to her. Yeah. Yeah, Hammerthorn, I told you what Dead by Daylight is. It's the whole killer trying to kill other survivors and everything. This is made by the same people, and it's for the killers from that game. And it's a dating simulator. It's really funny. And this is for you. Ooh, that looks nice. Yeah, okay, yeah, alright, nice. Claudette presents you with a tropical drink. That looks really cool, actually, and I would love to drink that. When you take a sip, you find that it's incredible. Money well spent, in your estimation. But I gotta ask, could somebody maybe design the next one of these dating sims to be all-inclusive? It really takes some of the fun out of the fantasy vacation to be watching your wallet the entire time. Thank them for delicious drink, or this is suspicious, spit that out. Delicious drink. Thanks for the drink, it's quite delicious. You're welcome. Did someone just thank us? Go with it, Dwight. It's normal to be thanked for doing a good job. Trust me on this one. Does he not know, like, normal social etiquette? Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. It's a beach ball! Wilson! When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. The Huntress. Oh, this is the first killer. Little help, please? You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Damn! God damn. God damn. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. God damn. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race, curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at them casually dressed. Let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at this monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. I mean, I gotta admit, they are kind of sexy. What do you do? Say no thanks. Toss it back. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps, maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. Try hard much? Bleh. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion into their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Zyrox. You were made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. Yep. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best just to go with what Trevor says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have a fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? That was Wraith. That sign means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care what this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? You know you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey Zyrox, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There will be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. This is a timed quiz and it will be very important later. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? Very. I'd say I'm very attractive. That's what you think very attractive is compared to this? Trevor flexes and his muscles are so tight you can practically see the blood running through his veins. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Flight. Flight for sure. Technically, I suppose I can fly. Honestly, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. As far as I go, I'm still not where I want to be. What was your best subject in school? Math. Alright, bet. Probably math. It's the only thing that makes sense when you think about it. What's your favorite animal? Cat. Definitely cat. What? Why does everyone look at me? You think you... English, fuck. You think just because I'm the typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love of all things cat, and more specifically, black cats? Well, I do. But you can all go to hell anyway. What's your favorite color? Blood red. Red. Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain. What's your dream job? Nightclub promoter. Yes. I mean, it's close to what I want to be. I want to be a fucking bartender. Luring folks into the dark. Not just anyone can do that. Best flavor of ice cream. Chocolate. My favorite flavor is pain. Same. Same here. Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself. But enough about ice cream. Am I right? Hold on a second. This reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You're a rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Mint chip. The best flavor is mint chip. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. Mint, I don't really like mint at all. I never have. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hi, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's just not worth my time. But the things I do hate, I really hate. You know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. I can speak, I promise, guys. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. Or, he's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on. Otherwise, they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No? No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth. The way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging by the pool? I find the water simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? I kind of like the just. Let's go there. It would be great to relax for a second at the lounge. To kick up your feet, look out over the ocean, and relax on your own terms. Who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on a hot day. It's the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer. Yeah, we should probably give her a second to calm down. Hold on. For just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence, why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors, with the capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long, I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry, anyway, I shall probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you can do is help us get off the... Dwight! Yes, pardon me. Please follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes, something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight. Did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true, he was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. It doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter mostly. When I agree with them, not like the other island. So what'll it be? Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea of volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining. And when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on the island. But it turns out, I'm not the first to toss those kinds of threats around on this island. So thanks, I guess, for getting it called off. Are we threatening to end each other again? Are we threatening to end each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please, just make it quick. Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you the drink of your dreams. Hilarious, right, Dwight? Yeah, right. So what'll you be having? What's a vodka soda? Vodka soda? Coming right up. Really takes me back home, you know? Vodka is a very special drink to me. Warms the blood on a cold night in the woods. On occasion, I would, how do you say, bump into the occasional soldier while hiking across the motherland. They always had a nip of vodka tucked away in a special little silver package in a special little hidden pocket. But no one hides from me. A bit basic to be drinking vodka on a tropical island now. And you're mixing it with soda? Really? Being passionate about being passionless is so last year. It's also my thing, and you're making it look bad. That's 2 strikes. Since we filled your quest, it's time for you to return the favor. I should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time. I swear, had I known they'd pull off this kind of Fox enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little fun, never mind. I hate it. This sucks, but it could be fine, or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm stand beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books, novels, comic fiction, or non. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life. The escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here. I'd imagine, based on that response, they were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you, Zyrock, what's your desert island book? The one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be classic horror, for reasons that should be obvious. She means because this is an island of horror villains, and also these books are all in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years. So what's your favorite? Well, out of the 3 of these options, I've only read Frankenstein, so I didn't actually read it, but I've seen like 3 movie versions of Frankenstein. They've all been pretty good. You know, you can lie to make yourself look smarter. They're killers, not mind readers. Ooh, that's a good one. Seeking knowledge, but finding only death. Yeah, I've been there. I could say that my experiments have been as successful, but, well, fingers crossed. And fire, don't even get me started. Experiments? Crap. Not again. I swear, every excuse you give them, it's this talk about... Shut up, cough. Did you just tell me to shut up? Sorry. Take it from me. This one likes to think he's the scientist, but he's actually the monster. Can't I be a little bit of both? Like I said, I haven't actually read it, but that sounds smart enough that I'd be willing to believe it's the true meaning of the story. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make some new stories of our own. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mast covered eye. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. Oh! Great idea! Trickster, isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello, and who is the new fan in the waiting? Beat it, hat. I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle for our game? Oh, I can't say. I was just saying it's a great idea. While also teasing the secret trickster ending. I've got much, much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap, spit, that is. But let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view in the public eye, real romantic like. Yes, romance is the glow, so we'll all be waiting here in a complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. Like adults, romantic, well-adjusted adults. Xyrox, you're up. You grip the bottle in your hand and put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. Minigames consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction, and on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. This year, upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for the less coordinated, because there is no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing, and no one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? I'm ready. Ready. Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're going to smooch. Alright, looks like I'm smooching Wraith. You two are meant to be... Psych, you have to actually spin multiple times to get your real result. First you get 3 times in your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle on this here island. Now get your spin on. You got Huntress. You got Spirit. You got Huntress. Spirit, okay, looks like it's likely to be Spirit or Huntress. Oh, it might be Wraith as well. Looks like it's Spirit. Spirit is your true match. Ooh. Just this morning, you were waking up on a strange beach, surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across a beach towel at a Spirit, luster in her eyes, sweat glistening on her skin. Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Spirit takes you by the hand and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. She begins to reach for you, putting her hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way she is. You're sweating the gross way you'd sweat at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try and lock lips in this state, you might gross her out so completely that she'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Spirit, I have some bad news for you. I'm still thinking my teeth, don't I? I think it might be seaweed. I have no idea how long I was in that ocean. No, well maybe. But that's not what I was going to say. It's not happening. Not now. Maybe not ever. If they think I'm going to make out with some stranger just because a bottle told me to, they've got another thing coming. And so do you. Namely a katana into your heart. If you even try to make a move under such absurd circumstances. I wasn't gonna... Yeah, I know. You seem pretty harmless and not at all that bad to kiss. If I were interested, which I'm not at this moment in time. Are we going to tell them we kissed? We are. I'm not above lying to get what I want. So that thing about me being not that bad to kiss, was that a lie or to get me to play along? If you want to know the truth, figure it out for yourself. But don't expect this life to just hand you gifts like me. All I was ever handed was pain and suffering. Treat me well, and I'll return the favor. Otherwise, try a different route and see what happens. I hate to break up such a passionate moment that we only assume was passionate because we never spy on you constantly while you stay on this island. But dinner is being served right away, and we must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation. When there are so many more interesting things to die from. Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And ooh, great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprise! Yeah, well they don't call him Expected Sir. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Zyrox, real good. And we literally can't let hunters and trappers sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side. The rest of them will sit opposite of you. Hunters and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat, seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you know, considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. You need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey Zyrox, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several prites of overlapping people, perhaps. You haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. If we do literally everything on the island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change. 'Cause I am. With my broad axe, it's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked, no blood. Ugh, you two are ridiculous. Bicep swinging contest. Enough! Grow up! Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. The hell it is. Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. I hate it when we fight, or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azarov. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to second death. Hey, Zyrox, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued... No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 straight hours. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they still will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve it better? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated it when it get cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Mini games consist of 2 parts. On top, I already know this. Ready. Away we go. Slice. Not bad. Perfect. Perfect. Not bad. You missed completely. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you can do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner's finally served. For real. The sounds especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean, come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You'd think mystery comes easy. Claudette and Dwight are the only ones who have been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's the only thing. Think about it, Xyrox. Number 2. There's no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I think my digestive tract... I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Look at that seagull. Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame, Misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Xyrox. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up an island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. I have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull. Uh-oh, he just made a lot of good points. I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide, narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about the characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. So this is definitely a multiple ending game. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them, because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were. Am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even more itself, but the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. And it's your best interest to make more choices that I like. I don't know what choices you like, Ocean. You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look out into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? You found someone special. Hey, thank you for the following, Sutaira Iliast. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. I used to feel that way, small, unimportant, alone, but lately I'm not so sure. I started to feel different. I started to actually think that maybe this island is where I might meet someone special. You look at Spirit, who has turned from the ocean to look at you while you speak on this topic she's clearly so passionate about. A friend, perhaps something more? I don't know what this island has planned for me. Ha! A friend. Friends are just cowards who seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once, back before I was chopped into a bunch of pieces by my father. Friends aren't what's keeping me held together. I'm floating in a cloud of rage. I was so dumb, so busy trying to please everyone and be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't care of myself, and now I'm all I've got. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny, the purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but Spirit looks around to see if there's anyone else in the beast. When she's convinced that it's only you two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside of me. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid. That sounds badass. Right? But I didn't let it out. And then I, chop chop. And now that dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger? No dragon, just a lot of fire, or nothing but darkness. I like the fire one. No dragon, just fire. A raging inferno, in fact, begging to burn this whole place down if I let it out. Maybe I am the dragon. I'm sorry, but you're no dragon. A breathing fire, that's some hobbit-type nonsense. I'm a descendant of a proud samurai. Our dragons are on a whole other level. Looks like there's only room for one dragon inside Spirit, after all. Just as the things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette, sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary. Each event is scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Being sick? No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go! Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particularly, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities. We only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but storytelling is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How would we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, you step up now. I swear, I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you. But you embrace your fate. So sorry everyone, I think you're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald, if you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in this blood. Cynthia, in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and Muss are back on. You two, I know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time. So, that's funny. Xerox, who do you think shall go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Say your Huntress. I choose you, Huntress! Whoa, the entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases. Huntress steps up to tell her story. The campfire flicks in her faraway eyes. There is a village outside the deep and ominous red wood. No child dared step foot past the threshold of thick trees and brush that separated safety from the unknown. Grown men that ventured in often would never return, and the sounds that echoed out into the village were something inhuman. The woman of the town told a story to the young children, hoping that it would be enough to dissuade them from the curious exploration beyond the boundaries of the village. They told me of a creature that lurks in the woods, half woman, half beast, singing like a siren, haunting, beautiful, her voice the last relic of her humanity. It lulls all who hear into her domain, and no precautious child, no fierce soldier can escape once you are in her clutches. Those who've seen her say she wears a mask of hair stained with the blood of so many poor souls. The hatchet she wields has been brought down brutally on the skull of many as an unsuspecting hunter. The nightmare doesn't end there. For what's a hungry beast to do in the frigid winters with nothing but hunter meat to live off of? It is said that the huntress, as the villagers called her, couldn't bring herself to kill the young girls she came across in the forest. Instead, they'd suffer an even worse fate. Longing for a child of her own, she'd bring them back to her secluded cabin to keep them safe. She'd wrap a tight cord of rope around their necks and affix them to the wall. That way, they'd be warm. That way, they'd be out of harm's way. The huntress would bring the girls presents, toys she'd pilfered from other bodies, masks she fastened out of things from the cottage, and little dolls made of grass and twigs. But these toys did nothing to quell the children's fear. Within days, the girls would waste away from starvation and dehydration. For all her good intentions, the huntress had never learned how to care for a human child. You see a tear creep down from underneath Huntress's mask. Suddenly, the most beautiful singing voice you've ever heard fills the air. Sleep in my darling tiny one, tucked within your bed so tight, else the old grey wolf will come and grab you by your side. There's a brief moment of silence, and you feel the need to contribute to the stirring moment. Jordan singing. He'll snatch you up between his teeth if on the bed's edges you sleep, and drag you to the forest deep beneath the quaking tree. Hunters can't believe you know this song. You share an intimate glance across the campfire. So close your eyes and fall asleep. Count the little woolly sheep, tucked so tightly you must keep, or he will come for you. The song ends, and you are both met with silence around the campfire. I love that song. Bayushka, the old Soviet lullaby, right? It is the song my mother used to sing to me before bed every night. But now I must go. The memories there so much. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit, so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds before Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Hunters approaches you. Of course you liked my story. Who wouldn't? It had everything. Cute kids, dead men, a huntress. I find that all stories are better with the sound of burning fire filling the air around you. All of the smoke, however, I could do without. I'd rather eat barbecue than smell like it. Let's rinse off all that campfire with a dip in the hot tub, shall we? Dipping in the hot tub with the Huntress. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. An offer like that. Just forget our little talk. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Before you run off, I want to make something clear. You know that half-woman, half-beast I was talking about in my story? That's me. I'm her. No way, how cool. That's really awesome. Thanks for being vulnerable and telling such a personal story. Huntress Fox shyly twirls her hair. Tell the truth. What do you think of my tale? Do I have the makings of a best-selling author such as the comedic mastermind Dostoevsky? It was a really well-told narrative. Clear beginning, middle, and end, riveted from the start. Plus, the woman in the forest, I mean, you are clearly not a true villain. You were just a traumatized child. Okay, now you're just being a suck-up. Huntress's eyes leer at you from behind her mask. She had her time in the spotlight and is playing coy now. Chuckle awkwardly. You chuckle awkwardly at Hunter's statement of the obvious. Why are you laughing? I can't help but giggle when I'm both about to die and also maybe falling in love. You can't believe how awkward this intimidating woman seems right now. It's actually pretty endearing. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly, despite your steamy company. It's a little chilly and your bare shoulders must be freezing. Let's head back to the fire and put me to bed, huh? We hate to intrude on whatever smooth moves we're about to unveil themselves. But it's time for bed. Usually nighttime is when I do my best hunting. But after a day like today, even I'm pretty tuckered out. Will I see you tomorrow, Xerox? Only if I don't see you first. You make a cute little bow hunting motion. Huntress catches the imaginary arrow you shoot in her teeth, and then bites down hard, snapping it in half. At least you think that's what she's doing. It's kind of hard to tell. Good night, my little snack. I'm sure that wasn't a reference to actually eating you. Get over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Huntress' story of the half-human beast that abducted all those innocent children in an attempt to save them that led to their doom. Are you a mistaken prisoner here on this island? Is this your salvation, or will it be your demise? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar, creepy smile stretches from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for their guest, but we're going to make you comfortable, or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume at a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Ready. Away we go. As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flickers. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial. Fix it. Let's stop at 100. That's not 100. Let's see one on the station.
Let's talk about our community. For us, it means two major things. First of all, the community is you.
Let's listen more.
It's you and everybody else either playing the game.
Alright. Seems nothing. Yeah, I like this one. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? Obviously, the Huntress. Huntress, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Huntress appears in an instant. You really didn't hear her coming. She's more than happy to tell her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. If a Soviet lullaby doesn't work, this special mushroom tea has always done the trick. When I'm not coating the blade of my hatchet in it to ease the passing of my victims, I'm steeping it in a piping hot mug of water. Try it. You do. You finally start to feel sleepy. Except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed and you try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky. By now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head. But this one is still undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you like. You'll never get to 100%. You hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. You're awake. Suddenly you see someone looming over you. Trapper's sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. Oh, I didn't take him as the drawing type. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the hunters right before bedtime. You should know, they're not what they seem. Not like me, who's obviously completely honest and trustworthy. I was out checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my actually. Never mind, just be careful where you sit. But since I'm here, I'd like to share 2 things with you. 1, I do not take rejection well. 2, the first thing is very important to remember. Were you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stink lines radiating out from me, are you? Still nothing for Trapper. Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I am an easy guy to spend time with. That will make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of the scum live like rats. They wouldn't know of a good time if I bit them on the ass. I mean that literally. Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun. And if I don't pick you, remember what I said earlier, or it might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest, sleep, maybe even sleep well if you can. Just try not to roll over to the about 15 feet to your left. Finally alone, for real this time, maybe, you drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Wait a second, where are we? This isn't... Oh, jeez. It is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to camera. I think today really went well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in a bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do you think of the newcomer? Do I have to say... Oh, I do? Okay, Attractive? Mysterious? I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I have to wash her entrails off my Saravan. That being said, the other 3 should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place. He's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill. And Trapper? Oof, where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I had a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about the newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. This is weird. I don't care enough to kill this person, but if anyone else wants to, I don't care enough to stop them. Might have to just kill Dwight to feel anything again. Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes, or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. I mean, just a sec. I'm back. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? I know that everyone thinks of me as a beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe, okay, those are a choice, sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that bit beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that has used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. You open your eyes, the sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why I have no idea? You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. What's up, Jake? Glad to see you back. Trapper is threatening to kill me if I don't choose whatever he wants to today. And I'm making good progress with the Huntress and the Spirit. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? And talk about sexy, here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I think you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off right. I don't want to drink that. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows magicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I am just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought me a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that. What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. And he definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee, and I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you. Yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise, the type of place you give a 5/5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up, review 2, not an eternal prison of pain. And please make sure to leave a review, it really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me, and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, thumbs up review if it was crafted with love, or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work really goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent, and whenever it's possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, it's not easy to do. Sometimes there are small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of a creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh sure, they make great points, I agree. Hi, Miss Elia. How's it going? Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies, Zyrox. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on this island? Yes, I've been having a lovely time. Yes, it's been really entertaining. Or yes, I'm not supposed to. There's no option. I'm actually having a really entertaining time. How else could I describe my stay on this island besides really entertaining? Wow, 10 stars, here we come! Can someone remind me of to skip this section next time? Nope. We do need to ask you one more question though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? I don't have a schedule yet, but you can join my Discord through the link in my about. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? Disparagement? I cannot fucking speak. No. No, I will not say anything negative about this island. You have my word that I, Zyrox, agree with the terms of the verbal contract. Perfect. Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes! Hey, Zyrox, it's totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can mean only one thing: breakfast. Perfect timing! Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining these beach bods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. You take your place and sit down. Think about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day, on a beautiful and mysterious island. It looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I can't imagine you could make me any angrier today than you did yesterday. But I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated, anyone see where I left my cleaver? Haha, just kidding. I always know where my cleaver is. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breakfast. Nope. Now Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings. At this point, anything can happen. I'm open to all the possibilities that this strange island has in store. How open-minded. Oh, well, that surely must be it. No one else would really stand up during breakfast, too. And just like that, here comes Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did, or shall I say I did not? I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for familial revenge thing. And last night was no different. So in that case, it was exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done, though. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Ah, perfect, there he is. Take us home, Wraith. Oh, hey, that was fun yesterday, huh? Yeah, I mean, not like too much fun. That would be weird, but like a good amount. And now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep them wanting more. You're getting ready at this game. You're getting good at this game, or a sexy, true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. But I want breakfast, I'm hungry. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess that is okay, right? You know, I'm not pursuing a relationship with one of these four fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing I'm not real and all. Yeah, and I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick it in there. A little more. A little more. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yes. How does that feel? Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. What? I didn't skip that. I swear, I had no idea these two even do, whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close and can hear everything. Oh, wow, look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion when someone left it on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on, a little privacy, please. Dwight is panting and Claudia has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and that I could hear you. Well, you know. Know what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing, I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like fun? You think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from. And I believe that place is in our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him? Dwight? You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, Loverboy. I noted all our entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Xyrox. You're going to need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghosts tell us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmedy! Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true, centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up sun in a heated pool. Today, you're on a date with you. Ooh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious time. Spiky tipped, like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all, it's... Hey, babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kinda lazy. Whatever though, breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon, or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do. Intermittent fasting. You seen my abs, by the way. Maybe you can see them later, at my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I could give you a private show. Catch you around. His abs are pretty amazing, you gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat, threatening but adorable, makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking. It's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that guy is gone and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Hey, it's Huntress. Oh yes, Huntress. That makes sense. You two have gotten pretty cozy. We should get out of here. I know a place that's quiet and out of the way. No one will be able to hear us there. Doesn't that sound intriguing? But immediately a flood of worry floods your brain. Should you pack a picnic? Bring your swimsuit? A pocket knife? You decide to bring as much as you can. You may have to make a run for it at some point, and you should be prepared. But of course you washed up on this island with nothing but the clothes on your back, so you've got nothing to gather. Are you really ready for this? I mean, they call her the Huntress, not the Hugstress. You look up at this towering goddess, trying to form a sentence, when suddenly, before you can decide to go off with her, the spirit interjects. You really think you're gonna have fun with her? All the running and wrestling, and not like in the clever double entendre way, but actual physical wrestling. I'm exhausted just describing thinking about it. Listen, you're kind of weird, and I'm kind of weird, and like, I don't know. I thought maybe you'd want to sit and ignore the whole world together for a while. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that these are cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island has really got me tilted. So who will it be? Well, the trapper did say to spend the day with him, and I haven't even got that option yet, nor do I want to. So the huntress it is. I gotta go with the huntress. Whee! Is that blood on your mask, or are you just happy to see me? You and Huntress make your way to the secluded beach house. Your heart thrums in your chest. Don't look it up. Thrums is a real word, I swear. Are these nerves of excitement or terror? Isn't it fun? Don't mix mix the sexy and the horrifying. Huntress is quiet as a mouse as she guides you through the island forest. You struggle to keep up with her. She moves like a jungle cat. All muscle and silent leaps across the thorny bush. She halts suddenly, and then you crash into her, having been desperately trying to keep up. You follow her gaze and realize that you've arrived. A cabin in the woods. Obligatory in nearly all horror films and stories. And you've come here willingly, or with a fearsome killer. Great job! The cabin is cozy, but something seems off about it. You can't quite put your finger on what it is. Huntress stares at you through her bunny mask, cocking her head to the side as if trying to gauge your reaction in her hideaway. Are you going to invite me inside? Why do you need an invitation? Are you a vampire? Ha! No. Oh. Is it just me, or did Huntress seem a little disappointed? Didn't pick her for a lover of the Fang, but hey, I don't judge. Come in, let's explore. You follow her inside. It's creepy, rickety, and definitely not up to code, but has a certain homey charm. You're quite the decorator. She blushes, and indeed she is. A chandelier made of bones hangs delicately from the foyer ceiling, and a collection of trinkets lines the mantel. Something tells you the people who once owned these things are not of this mortal coil anymore. Could you be Huntress's next victim? Thought gives you a wicked thrill. Hey, she's looking at you again. What do you think of my collection? I could learn to like this. I could certainly learn to like this. The whole place, it's quite tactile. There's so much to look at it. The organized chaos makes me want to craft things with my hands. I knew you'd like it here. You have the eye of someone who appreciates fine stolen things. I can't wait to go treasure hunting with you. We could find so many more goodies on this island. But first, what do you think of the other killers on the island? I mean, Trickster is pretty out there, but everyone else seems like they have interesting backstories and whatnot. A little gossip, huh? What are you playing at, Xyrox? Huntress considers this for a beat. She seems to have two modes, thoughtful and explosive. You hope to never be in the splash zone when the explosive part emerges. Why? Are you jealous? Before you can answer, the house begins to shake. Huntress loses her balance on the termite-infested floor and falls into your arms. You are not mad about it, but before you have time to enjoy taking this moment in. Oh no, it's an attack! A horde of killer crabs invade through the crevices of the poorly constructed cabin. They race at you and Huntress in swarms, clacking their razor-sharp claws at you. You must act quickly. What will you do? Do I want a shield or grab Shashka? I don't know what a Shashka is. You quickly reach out and grab a Shashka off the wall. Being the highly educated person that you definitely are, you know that a Shashka is a Russian sword, not an umbrella or a can of cola or something else like that. Back to back with Huntress, you both hack away at the attacking crustaceans. You manage to slay the majority of the killer crabs, the ones you missed scurrying away back into their hidey holes. Huntress turns to you with a gaze that's full of passion and intrigue. However, before it bubbles over, she looks away, expressing this feeling. Is she nervous? Huntress sits down on the wicker couch and begins cleaning the guts off her hatchet. It's an obligatory scene for every killer. You're just happy to not be the source of what she's wiping off. Looks like we're having crab for dinner. She doesn't smile at your joke. She has the ponderous look on her face again. You join her on the couch. Man, sometimes those near-death experiences really get me thinking about what I want in life. I think I'd really like to start a family one day. How about you? Maybe one day with the right person. I mean, it's a life-changing decision. You'd have to make sure it's right. Hunter smiles coyly. A good answer. You never know what kind of weirdos are out there. What were you like as a kid? You try to imagine this giantess as a meek child in a puffer coat wandering about the forest. Huntress chuckles, her laugh quite cute and soft. I was so innocent. We hunted to survive, then went back to the cottage, and Mother would tell me stories, and we'd drink tea and imagine life far away from the woods, somewhere like this. I suppose I finally achieved what she always wanted for me, but since coming here, something feels off. It's beautiful and warm, and everyone is so attractive. Like thirst traps galore. But don't you get the feeling that something is coming for us? Oh no, she's onto you. But onto you about what? Swirling memories rush through your head. Nightmares, visions of a dark cloud. Claudette and Dwight's vacant stares that belie some sort of hypnosis. Totally. I think you're onto something. What do you know? How long have you all been here? Do you remember anything at all about why we might be here? I've been having these dreams, seeing things. I think we're all serving some greater purpose here. Huntress reveals a strange object that she stole from near the stage where Trickster performs. It has some strange symbol on it. Isn't it the symbol that was on the coin? She hands it over to you, but before she can explain her theory, Claudette and Dwight burst in on you and interrupt. We have a dramatic announcement! But it needs to happen back at the beach. You arrive at the beach and realize you were set up. There's no big announcement after all. We all have here... What we have here is a good old-fashioned rivalry. It's true, exactly like that voice we cannot hear and certainly aren't referencing says. We were forced to interrupt your lovely date by another killer. They are here and ready to make you an offer of love you won't be able to deny. Trevor emerges from the water. Is he in slow motion? He's pure thirst. He's Paul Newman on horseback. He's Denzel on the cover of GQ. Manly manliness brought to life. Also, was he holding his breath under there this whole time, waiting for his cue? That's commitment to a bit if I've ever seen it. Heard you spent the day in a quaint cottage. That's cute. How about a quaint mansion? Or better yet, how about one on each continent? Yeah, I'm including Antarctica. I'm really, really rich. Think of how cozy we can get there in a snowy 10-bedroom chateau. One of those pools that is half indoor, half outdoor, but nice and warm throughout. That way you can kill a mama polar bear from the outside while watching her cubs cry over her body from the inside. Wow, Trevor's the real deal, and by real I do mean really, and by deal I mean evil. Plus, you really want to hunt for your food for the rest of your life? With me, you get it both ways. Savagery and someone to clean up after you. Sounds nice, huh? Ugh, as if. That life isn't for me, bro. I'm very impressed you can speak with implied quotation marks. Very cool. That guy is a total douche nozzle. Try hard much? He's like the turn of the century Pacific Northwest version of Wall Street, bro. Trust me, it tracks. Patrick Bateman with a huge chip on his shoulder. You wouldn't go with him if he were brandishing a cleaver at you. Oh shit, he is. Thanks, but no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm into a quieter lifestyle. I relish my independence and don't need someone to wipe my butt for me. You run back to the huge arms of Huntress. She hugs you tight, so tight you think you feel the life leave your body, or for just a moment. But it hurts so good. You know what? I'm impressed that you stood up to me. I appreciate someone giving me their totally honest opinion, even if that opinion makes me want to carve out your liver. And the butt wiping comment, that's not what I meant by clean up after you, but I'm hiring someone to do that for me the moment I get home. Trevor leaves and you turn to Huntress, walking in slow motion back into the water. It's pretty weird. He's just gonna stay in there all night? Shall we continue our date? Huntress leads you back to the cabin. You thought you'd remember the way, but it's like the forest has completely changed. Nothing is familiar. Better not get lost out here. Can you believe that guy? Classic trapper, pulling a move like that. I'm so glad you chose me, though. I don't think we've explored all there is between us yet. She winks a bunny-masked eye and scoops you up onto her back. Huntress runs through the woods with you piggyback riding her. The wind ruffles your hair, animals clear a path for the mighty woods woman as she races by the lead from the famous teen vampire drama in that one scene where he calls her a spider monkey. Huntress doesn't call you that. Whee! Eventually, she gently lowers you to the ground and you take in your surroundings, a wooded clearing in the forest. Huntress prances about like a deer in a meadow. I like to come here sometimes to clear my head and hack up a few cute woodland creatures. Foxes are my favorite to slaughter. They think they're so cute and sly, but I see right through them. They're just assholes. Great with hot sauce. Huntress hears rustling and darts off to find its source, crouching down like an animal. Now you're alone in the middle of the forest. Which way did you come from again? No idea. Your sense of direction is all off. A mellifluous voice floats through the air, landing upon your ears like a syrupy honey. Come find me! Not bad. Not bad. Come on, I just gotta get it just right. Not bad. Come on, don't miss. And no, down. Damn. Darn it. What's so fun? You're so good at hiding. I'm having a real blast. Thanks. They say it takes 10,000 hours of practice to get good at something. Hey, they do say that. That was fun, huh? I keep trying to just relax and have a good time. But that's really hard for me. Anytime I let my guard down, something terrible happens. Hey, yo? I'm curious to know what would happen if I said that, but I'm not going to, because that might ruin the whole Huntress line. Like what? Sometimes I find young girls in the woods, little perfect angels that need my protection. But if I turn my back for a moment, they wind up dying. That got dark, but you feel like Huntress wouldn't admit this to just anyone. Oh look, Claudette and Dwight are back. Okay, we swear we are here for a good reason this time. Yeah, no one is manipulating us this time. It's just time for dinner. Come get some grub. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining, and that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you are really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to the business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here too. We're not going to do the gag where we cram them all on the screen at the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here, and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Trevor seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do any better than that. If I'm dining solo, I'm eating what I want, and you're all eating it too. Lamb shank, rare salt pepper, no sauces allowed, and serve it with one single piece of broccoli, so Wraith won't complain. I like broccoli. Gives me a horrible gas. Oh, I don't like that. Buddy, wait till you smell what rare lamb does to my bowels. It's awesome. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would love to show about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You've had an interesting day, that's for sure. But how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, and it could affect your standing with the group. Okay, but don't just sit there and say nothing. Nothing is not an option. Burst of death. Today was nuts. We went to Huntress' secret cabin and killer crabs attacked us. It's true. I'd fall asleep tonight to get delicious sounds of crunching crustaceans. That would never happen on my yacht. I'd grind them up. Much more satisfying ways to kill crabs. At least those kinds of crabs. I have a little comb for the other kind. Ew. That's gross. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now. And they are all very tired. Oh wait, no sorry. That's a dreamy supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, not a charming parody dating sim set in. An undisclosed tropical paradise. Bony appetite. Or bon appetit. Don't you mean bone? No, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to the cleanup table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Thank them. Your top-notch service is much appreciated. Everyone, if you would please be so kind to follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. You can go willingly, or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is a rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoky hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive vibes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes, because of childhood trauma involving fire. And finally, everyone starts moving towards the fire pit, if only to get away from Wraith's complaining. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think? Are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh cool, and now everyone is looking at you. So, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story, or we can play charades? Boggle? Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing could do? Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating up. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, threaten to burn us alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Xyrox was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Fine, I'll tell a story. Sure, I'm going to tell a story. I hope it's a mystery. Okay, so what type of story do you want to tell? Romance. I'll tell a romantic story. About two lovers who take poison together and die foaming at the mouth. Or about two strong hunters who meet when they both try to bludgeon the same wily Wolverine? Not quite. It's about my parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting. She'd been dragged there by some friends. They couldn't have been more different, and yet, as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, and he took an interest in her major, women's studies. They were married within 2 months. But soon to know if you can trust someone, don't you think? It's so sweet. Exactly. I learned a lot about love from them. If you know, you know. Some people don't need years to get acquainted from their partner. Love could spark from a mere look across a campfire. Now you've got their attention. Each killer is fiercely attempted to catch your eye from across the fire pit. Except for Trickster, who has wandered over to the bar and is loudly playing his own music on headphones to drown you out. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, this narrator keeps it real. We just can't end there. Who else would like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. I don't give him enough credit. Well, I guess if you want, let's see, what story could I tell? I could tell you one about Mami Wada, a beautiful African sea goddess who would lure men in with sex and then reveal her true form as half woman, half fish, making them swear to be true to her and no one else. Long story short, it usually ended badly for the men, which is the end of the story, I guess. My bad. Let's see. There's the one about the mysterious cult that would demand a human sacrifice to no, that's not good. You don't want to hear that one. There's the living tree. Its branches were more like tentacles, and it oozed a strange liquid from its bark. One time a girl I knew drank the liquid. She disappeared that night. But a week later, a new tree appeared. It had a very familiar looking face etched into the bark. No, that's a bad story. That could never happen. What about something truly horrifying? One time I was doing my maths, and I mixed up the quadratic equation and Pythagorean theorem. Just for a second, in my mind, I guess I was tired, but wow, that was really scary. I like 3. I want to hear more about the half-fish lady, particularly the fish part. It's not just you, Xyrox. Half the time I have no idea what the hell Trapper's talking about. Either when you're hot and rich and extremely scary, you start to think people will just accept whatever you say. How was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off of any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Xyrox, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of the romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know we need to get back to that thing we do when we're not on screen. Okay, you have fun tonight and try not to wink, end up dead. Why do you say the words wink out loud? And what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident, and you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit, she really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear someone trash-talking Spirit? Dillon. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, enough talk of burns. Things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to sit next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to some place more secluded Xyrox is after, then they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Obviously I'm going with Huntress. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice, and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, some special projects we might have going. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off for the evening activity? I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murderers Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either. But with the streaming reality TV and dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that was taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because that guy. We're going with Huntress. You know, I have the feeling you'd pick me. You've got a good taste, and I don't just say that because I'm considering eating you. Huntress licks her lips as she eyes you up and down. You've never felt like a literal piece of meat this much in your life before. What have you gotten yourself into? Let's go over to the bar. I'm just gonna make you into something special. Make me into something special? You and Huntress whisk yourselves away to the bar, and when you arrive, you find an arrangement of arts and crafts supplies. Are those taxidermy tools? Cool, cool, cool. You freaking out? I'm not freaking out. You wonder what's going on through Huntress's head. Though she's bubbly and enthusiastic, you're always terrified she might snap. Something on your mind? She smiles. Drink this. Hey, it's another one of those. Huntress hands you a seemingly normal tropical cocktail. If no one were to jug you into some sort of state in which you would be operated on, these flavors would certainly hide the poison. You look around and consider what else there is to live for besides becoming Huntress's little toy. And the conclusion is, bombs away. You pound the drink. It's quite nice. I've been thinking about making you a present. A mask. Would you be into that? Yes, of course. I've always admired yours. What would you like? Fluffy cat mask. Just like the fluffiest white cat mask. Like marshmallow level fluff. You can barely make out any features. What the fuck? What the fuck? Meow. Okay. I guess I asked. Well, I know what I'm going to be working on tonight, all alone, in my skimpy pajamas. Huntress winks at you. Oh. Should we just, get out of here? These drinks are making me pretty sleepy. Should we just, get out of here? Maybe go get directly into your bed? No, that's not how tonight goes. I mean, it's not how it's supposed to go. Not yet, at least. Haha, you kooky kids. Soon. Huntress, you've got lots of hobbies. Why don't you share something with us that you're passionate about? Something less deadly than throwing axes or chasing survivors. Maybe just a thought. Making more masks? Or wait, making matching gloves? No, you little joker. I'm thinking of a different type of making. Making our victims die fast. Medium or slow deaths, depending on the mood we're in. It's another round of be careful what you wish for on Murderer's Island. Dwight, I need your help, doing something in a different place entirely. You've read my mind. Me there? I'm talking about mycology. You know, mushrooms? I picked... mycology. That's what it is. You know, mushrooms. I've picked a lot of them, and I'm very familiar with which ones make for a good soup base and which ones make you super dead. I'll show you 2 mushrooms. You point at the ones that's safe to eat. Okay, that sounds easy enough. I would imagine that one. Oops, that little fella is autumn school cap. After eating one, if the diarrhea doesn't kill you, the liver failure probably will. Next up, this one is very easy. I'm sure you'll nail it. Point at the one that won't result in almost instant death if you eat it. Ruh-roh. You would have just eaten a deadly dapperling, which is a name that is both adorable and, well, deadly. Adorable and deadly. You know anyone like that? He would make you jump for joy, and which would make you vomit until you die. I have no idea. Correct, that's a green cracking rusula. Sure, it might look moldy, but I guess you shouldn't judge a mushroom by its gross green cap. Not everything is exactly as it appears at first glance. That was fun, right? I like flexing a little more than just my biceps for you. Alright, let's hear. Tabulating your answers, and not great. Not all wrong, but it only takes one poisonous mushroom to put you down for good. Guess you'll just need to keep me around so you don't shove anything deadly in your mouth. I'm curious if I can go back and try that again. Is there any way I can go back to other scenes? I guess not. Oh, it went back. Skippity skippity skip. I am actually curious to know what a different thing would say. All the better to see in the dark when I go out for my evening hunt and chop my prey to death. I'm talking anglerfish, baby. That is such a cool idea. Badass. Yeah, I'm full of cool ideas. I don't even know where they come from. Probably like the clouds or something. Well, I know I'm going to be working on tonight, all alone in my skimpy pajamas. Huntress winks at you. Alright, that's not how tonight goes. Blah, blah, blah. Soon. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, now we're back. Alright. I'll show you 2 mushrooms. You pointed the one that's safe to eat. Okay, that sounds easy enough. Correct, it's called a black trumpet, and boop boo, it's delish. Next up, this one is very easy. I'm sure you'll nail it. Point at the one that won't result in almost instant death if you eat it. Hey, that's a chanterelle. It sounds fancy, and it tastes fancy too. Just like a certain someone I know, I bet. Nom nom nom. Final question is, which will make you jump for joy, and which will make you vomit until you die? Correct, that's a green crackling russet. Sure, it might look moldy, but I guess you shouldn't judge a mushroom by its gross green cap. Not everything is exactly as it appears at first glance. That was fun, right? I like flexing a little more than just my biceps for you. Alright, let's see. You're tabulating your answers, and perfect score. That knowledge is gonna come in handy if we're stranded here on this island for much longer. Huntress claps her hands giddily. I appreciate you spending time with me tonight. I know the other killers are very alluring in their own way. It means a lot that you spend time with the forest bumpkins such as myself. No, Bumpkin. You're no Bumpkin. You're a strong, independent woman. Don't demean yourself. Huntress leaps on you, knife to your throat. I'll demean myself if I want to. She's angry, but also turned on. This is pretty hot. We're here. Claudia and Dwight are gathering everyone together on the beach. Typical. Exactly what the voice said. I'm telling you, and I'm being honest, that you're the only one who can hear me. That's great. The game's all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. Oh wait, that was yesterday. That's because it was. Oh wait, it feels like I've been here a lot longer than that actually. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that I mean you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narratordom. Good thing you're really used to your time well since then. Really getting to know the game, the brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone is gathered on the volleyball court for the new type of game. Pitch your dream day and see who Xyrox chooses. Who's ready for the round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about the dream date they have planned for you. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Trapper, why don't you go first? You think you deserve it, even in this case, it's a subtle dig. Stop talking. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable and not only in polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event and also the larger meta-narrative of a Dead by Daylight dating experience? that was a long one. Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why, yes, thank you. I'd love to. So, Xyrox, you're thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished. And rewarded. Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if you're not a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. Hit us, spirit. Figuratively, damn it. Dwight, you gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. That's it? If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper, or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day. Do you want to at least specifically specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay then, so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang with Spirit. Sorry, anyway, Wraith? Well, I don't know. I'd really prefer to just tell Xyrox privately. I don't really know that's going to work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to Xyrox? Wraith considers this for a long moment too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow, we have to find my bell. Then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's going to be really special. The kind of thing where we really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. And maybe then we can go on a real date. You done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. Great, Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing, go away. Then boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? Guess you'll have to pick me to find it. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing because it's clear already that you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious, I like it. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now go dream about all these swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make a choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you forget to mention something? Oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who is already teetering at the edge of a psychological break, and giving them a little push. Hold up, this has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time, and I'm just now finding out about it? Come on, the signs were there, you just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. It's now time to eliminate one of the killers. Oh, it's like a butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but you can break their hearts? Do you dare to even try? You mean, that's right, tomorrow one of these sexy slashers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? But why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classical reversal of fate? And it will hurt someone's feelings. Someone dangerous. What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'd see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats, and I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. Eek, if you can get rid of Wraith, he might cry, and although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable, it just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. So which sociopath are you eliminating? I kind of like having Trapper around, because even though I have no intention of doing anything with him, he's kind of funny, and I think it'd be funny to keep him to the end. Huntress is the one I'm going for. Let's get rid of Spirit. Later, Spirit. As far as I can tell, everyone here has done terrible, terrible things. Trapper, Huntress, Wraith, you're killers. Sure, you're each quirky or cute in your own way, but that doesn't change the fact that you kill. You've killed in the past. You'll most certainly kill again. I get that. I can work with that. But you, Spirit, I don't know what the hell your deal is. You don't seem to deserve to be here, at least not on the outside. So what's on the inside? I'm truly afraid to find out, so I'm going to have to let you go. Were you talking to me? Sorry, my mind was wandering. Has anybody seen where I left my sunglasses? I was just saying that I'm eliminating you from the competition, which I just am sort of putting together is a competition. Oh, really? Okay. So nobody has seen my sunglasses? I swear, I'm gonna just embrace the grandma life and get one of those brands that connects around your neck so you can't lose your sunglasses when you take them off. They just hang off your chest. What do you call those things? I think you just call it an eyeglasses strap, or maybe an eyebrow retainer, or... You sure you're okay with this? I thought you might get upset. Nah, I couldn't care less. If anyone needs me, I'll be, I don't know, wherever the hell I want to be. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you've left behind. Because of course, they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Xyrox, but when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our eliminated player home with... That's fucking great. Their own mostly new Trickster body pillow. The next best thing to the real Trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right, it's Dwight tested. Claudette approved. I hope you sleep well tonight, Xerox. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? No, not because of the guilt. I mean knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know, these two, schedule. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Let's check in with everyone, especially if they're a loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. I can't help it. I can't help it if I have thick arms and legs that go until they stop. I knew we had a connection from the moment I saw them through my mask. You can never be sure what's going on in the newcomer's mind, but I like my odds for tomorrow. It's so fun hunting for love and not for fun or vengeance for a change. I don't really know what's happening here. I honestly haven't been paying attention. Oh, Xerox. Sorry, I forgot. I'm focusing on other things, more important things. One way or another, I won't be here for much longer. How would I say things are going? It's a matter of perspective. If Xerox's goal is to impress me, things are going poorly. But if Xerox's goal is to get themselves killed, they're doing an amazing job. Spirit? You gonna say anything? No, you're just gonna clean your katana and silently stare out ahead into the medium distance like that all night? Look, the katana is clean. I mean, not really. It's completely destroyed and held together by ancient magic, but it's not getting any cleaner, that's for damn sure. What? No, you're not a part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything. You feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. The whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget. Old school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie, kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with a really reality show styling dating competition with survival elements. But I got it. I got my new album, upcoming tour. Finally in the new sneaker line. Producing a limited series on my life. Starting a new social media NFT crypto app. And doing these private gigs over on IP Island. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island, it's dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama, lawyers, take a hike. I'm gonna tell everyone that Trickster said that about them. Don't worry. I'm talking your favorite established characters from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them, like Ghost. Don't you say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand. But we have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. I like how they just referenced the whole Ghostface thing. If y'all didn't know, Ghostface is kind of a character in. Technically, Ghostface is not a character in Dead by Daylight. They had to go to the people who made the mask because apparently Scream did not own the copyright to the mask. So that was pretty funny. Don't you say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular. Oh, we already said that. Ghostface. Come on! Whatever, I don't even care. I'm the Trickster. See you around, Xerox. You too, narrator. I have a name, you know. You do? Yes, seriously. They did not pay me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? What? No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? It's the thing you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's just get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. It's okay, never mind. Never mind. What does that mean? No, not you two. This wasn't meant to be a confessional time for literally every character in this game. It's okay, we don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the Ocean just peed on it. How is that possible? You know what? I don't care. You two are looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess. Oh great, what's it gonna be? You ate glue in the 2nd grade, you cheated on an algebra test once. Watching Spirit get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that in my life that I felt a modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, the sun, the sweaty sugary drinks. It sounds fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity? The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls. It's like a crescending song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please, get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up. Yikes, huh? That was a weird way to end. Ah, well, what are you going to do? You let the camera roll long enough. Someone is bound to say something crazy. Anyways, seems like everyone had their shot to annoy me tonight. So hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's going to be a doozy. Alrighty. I think that is a good place to end it off. I had a lot of fun, and I think either tomorrow or the next day we'll probably continue. I think Thursday we'll continue this. Because my throat is starting to hurt, and I've been talking for too long. So let's figure out who we are going to raid. Pull up Twitch. Let's see, Penny, Kawakuber, streaming. Luca streaming. Let's raid out to Kawaku. I haven't raided out to them in a while. Alright. Alright, we're raiding out to Kohaku BT. Be warned that she is a mature channel. So if you do go and watch her, be mature. Have a wonderful time. Have a good night or day, depending on where you are from. And, I don't know, don't do stupid shit like drink and drive.